Okay, from this lesson today, we'll be discussing about the gradient of a perpendicular line. The gradient of a perpendicular line. That is in in chapter 15.7. The question says, find the equation of the line that is perpendicular to 12y minus 2x equal to 15 and passes through the point 3 and 2. 3 and 2. That means x is 3, y is 2. Well, let's tackle that first before we can solve the b part. The equation we are talking about is 12y minus 2x equal to 15. But note that before a line will be parallel to the other line, that means that the first slope by m1 multiplied by the second slope by m2 must be equal to minus 1. Before a line can be parallel to each other, the first slope of this a1 multiplied by the slope or gradient of b must be equal to minus 1 before we say that the lines are perpendicular. Then the equation, let's talk about the equation so I can bring out the gradient from the equation. We have 12y minus 2x equal to 15. Before I can solve this equation, I have to put it in a gradient intercept form. That is, y is equal to mx plus c. I must put it in the form of mx plus c. Then from this equation, first I'm going to add 2x to both sides. If I add 2x to both sides, I will having 12y is equal to 2x plus 15. Then I have to make this to be only y. Meanwhile, divide here by 12, divide here by 12, and also here by 12 for me to remove this 12 attached to y. So if I divide here by 12, I will have this to be y is equal to, divide here by 12, 2 here is 1, 2 here is 6. I have 1 over 6x plus, divide here by 12, 3 here is 5, 3 here is 4. I have 5 over 4. That means that my m1 is this gradient 1 over 6. This is my m1. And know that I'm going to look for my m2. That is m1 plus, note that m1 multiplied by m2 must be equal to minus 1 for this equation to be perpendicular. So since I have obtained my m1, that means that my m2 simply gives me minus 1 over m1. So I will find my m2, which is the perpendicular gradient. My m2 will now be, since my m1 is 1 over 6, my m2 will be minus 1 divided by 1 over 6. So minus 1 divided by 1 over 6, you use a calculator, you see that it should be minus 6. That means that my m2 is minus 6, and minus 6 is the perpendicular gradient to this equation. So since I've obtained the gradient that is perpendicular, the equation now will now be y equal to minus 6x plus c. This will be the equation, minus 6x plus c. And they say that this equation passes through the point 3. It passes through the point 3 and 2. That means that I have this to be passes through the point 3 and 2. My x is 3, y is 2. I will substitute here to find C. Then 2, we have y to be 2. We have minus 6, x is 3 plus C. 2 is equal to, multiply this, I have minus 18 plus C. If I add 18 to both sides, I have 2 plus 18 here is equal to, this is 0. I have C. Therefore, my C is what? 20. My C is 20. This means that the line perpendicular, it says find the equation of the line that is perpendicular to this and passes through the point this. That means that the line perpendicular to this and passes through the point this simply give more. Since I've obtained my C, I will substitute it here. This is the line. That gives me y is equal to minus 6x plus 20. This gives me the line, the equation of the line that is perpendicular to this equation and passes through the point 3 and 2. Okay, now the second one is, it says here are the equation of two lines. A, y equal to 2x, y equal to x, 2 plus 5x. B, 5y plus x equal to 6. Show that the lines are perpendicular. Okay, now the first one, A, we have y equal to 2 plus 5x, and the second one, B, we have 5y plus x equal to 6. These two equations, before I will start solving anything here, I must put it in the form y equal to mx plus c. I must put it in this form so that I can be able to find my gradient. Okay, then from equation 1, or let me say it rather equation A, from equation A, I'll put this equation A in this form. It's already just shifted here. I have that to be y is equal to 5x plus 2. That is it. Therefore, my M1 is the gradient 5. Also, from equation B gives us 5y plus x equal to 6. So I'm going to put this in this form as well. I'll subtract x from both sides. We have 5y is equal to minus x plus 6. Then from here, I'm going to divide both sides by 5. If I divide it by 5, divided by 5, divided by 5. So this gives me, divided by 5, I have y is equal to, if I divide here by 5, I have minus 1 over 5x plus divided by 5, I have 6 over 5. So in this case, my M2, which is the other gradient, will be this, minus 1 over 5. So from this case, I can note that for A and B to be perpendicular, for A and B to be perpendicular, from A and B to be perpendicular, that means that my M1 multiplied by M2 must be equal to minus 1 for two of them to be perpendicular. My M1 is 5. From here, M1 is 5. I have 5 multiplied by M2 is minus 1 over 5. I have minus 1 over 5. If I divide there and here, I can see that this will be equal to minus 1. So since it's equal to minus 1, hence I know that A is perpendicular. A is perpendicular to what? To B. So that is the answer to the question. So for you to know more about this and more about the parallel line, subscribe so that any new video come up, you can be able to get update from it. Thank you.